So I was pretty homesick, especially in the beginning of my trip. I just missed my family a lot, and that was really like the main thing. The way I dealt with it, I just kind of stayed busy, hung out with like the people in the group with me a lot, because they were like my family there.
Yeah, I was definitely homesick. Dealing with it was like helped a lot to have another person there. Joanne always tells you at the beginning it's always something that everyone's going to go through. So you always have someone that feels the same way as you do.
Whenever I was homesick, I would explore the city, or just like hang out in the lobby and hang with people that were also on the trip.
There was one time I was walking to my host family's house and I suddenly saw a dog and I was like, oh, can I pet it? So I petted it and I started walking away and suddenly I like broke down crying. I miss this kind of friendliness. But after that, I just like called my mom and I was okay.
I was a little bit homesick, but I think there was just so much to do and always a new activity or a new adventure to find. And I didn't really even have time to call my mom just because I was having so much fun. And luckily they did get to come for my spring break, so that was helpful too.
I would have had a lot more regrets if I hadn't.
I was pretty like concerned because I did think I was gonna miss out on a lot here, but I really don't have a single regret about it. It was really such a growth experience for me, and I'm really glad that I did it.
No. Honestly, no.
Zero. Absolutely zero. I absolutely loved it. It was the most amazing experience of my life. Doing something new every weekend and going somewhere new every single weekend was just something that I don't think that I would have ever experienced here.
Do it and do it now. You're not going to get that time back to do it again. So if you get that opportunity, go for it. And I don't see why anyone wouldn't.
This is gonna sound really cliche, but do it, Like, when are you gonna get another opportunity?
If there's anything you specifically want to do or try or learn, I think it's really important to do it because otherwise you'll just miss out on the opportunity. It's like, oh, that's beyond my imagining because we're kind of stuck in this country in this kind of bubble, but once you go out of that bubble and you get outside yourself, you're also like, oh, the only thing that was limiting me was myself.
I would say my main tip is like if you're even considering it, like just go for it. Definitely like step out of your comfort zone and take that step and do it because it was awesome. So.
Don't worry about the amount of money you're spending or being nervous and not fully inviting yourself into the culture. Definitely just go all in. You're in a foreign country and that doesn't happen often. You don't get to live there for 4 months, so just go all in and have the best time of your life. The hardest part of being away would have to be the queso.
Really set in where it was like, oh, like, I'm here for 4 months. I'm really missing a lot of things at home. Like, a big thing for me was that I missed like a couple of my family's like birthdays, and I missed Easter, which I've spent with my family every single year. So it was just kind of like realizing that everything was going on without you.
The whole just being away from my home, being away from Wit, and the people that I'm used to being around. But looking back on that, like I'm really grateful that I was away because it really made me realize like how good I had it here.
No matter what language people speak, like if you're genuine with people and authentic, then they'll try to help you. And everyone wants to communicate with you, even if you don't share a language.
I mean, we went to classes, obviously. I learned a lot of Spanish, which is something I love, but I think I learned a lot about myself, too. I've never been on a plane alone. I've never been out of the country alone. Like, I've always had that, like, foundation behind me, like my family or, like, my friends or something.
So I think regardless of culture, we're all very similar as humans. But then you actually meet them and you realize, oh, wait, we have so much in common because we're human beings, and whatever race we are, whatever country we're from, we're all human beings.
I definitely learned a lot of trust and knowing kind of where my boundaries are and how I can push them and challenge myself.
Hi, I'm Karen Wildeman. I went to Costa Rica in the spring of my junior year. So one of the reasons I came to WIT was because of the study abroad programs that WIT had. I played volleyball here, and the coach back then, Paco, also really liked the idea of studying abroad. And so since my freshman year, Paco would bring me to the meetings about the Costa Rica trip and how the Costa Rica trip would also incorporate your sport in it. And for me, it was volleyball. So I ended up going in the spring of my junior year, and it was awesome. I got to play on a club volleyball team down there, and the gym wasn't necessarily as nice, but the girls were awesome. I got to practice my Spanish while playing volleyball, which was super interesting and a lot of fun to try to do. It was kind of a different study abroad experience because one thing that I always imagined was going to lots of countries like in Europe and seeing like lots of old things and lots of churches, but Costa Rica is very outdoorsy, and so I went zip lining, scuba diving, all of these different outdoor adventures. Like I think I ran so much, and it was just so fun because the weather was so nice. I got to try a lot of new things. I got to see tons of animals, sloths, dolphins, like right up close next to me. And it was just a great experience to be able to live in that culture for an entire semester. And the best part of the trip was actually living on a beach for a month. And so we made a pact for ourselves, like our group, and we all decided that we were going to see every single sunset. And I think that we might have seen every single sunset, and it was like the prettiest thing that I could have ever imagined. And actually, one of the things that a lot of my friends regret at WIT, since I'm a senior now, is that they regret not going on study abroad. So it's just definitely something you should consider, especially if you want to go out of your comfort zone and try something new, because it's definitely one of the best things that I've experienced at Wittenberg.
Hi, my name is Michael Kraft. I am a senior at Wittenberg University. I studied abroad my sophomore year in Costa Rica. When I went to Costa Rica, I had a very good experience. I worked out with a personal trainer. Her name was Marcy. We met 3 to 4 times a week, and I had a really good experience. She gave me a personalized routine and workout plan that I followed. And my experience over in Costa Rica, it was wonderful. And when I left, I was there for 4 months. I lost 15 to 20 pounds just staying on the workout plan. I walked, I did cardio, I did weights, and like if you go to Costa Rica and you want to work out, it's very good, especially if you're an athlete.
Hi, my name is Hannah. I'm a senior at Wittenberg University, and I studied abroad in South Korea at Hanyang University for the full academic year last year. I went to Hanyang through ISEP, the International Student Exchange Program, and I chose the program because it was a little bit less expensive than other programs, but it also gave me more independence, so I had to figure out how to get to from the airport to my school all by myself, which I thought was a great opportunity to get comfortable with the city, and I really liked the independence that it gave me. I lived in a dormitory with other international students, so I had a British roommate, and a lot of Chinese girls lived in the apartment building with me, and I speak a little bit of Chinese, so it was a good opportunity to practice. And I took pretty normal classes while I was over there. I'm a business and East Asian studies major, so I took classes in my major, but I also took some fun classes. Just while I had the opportunity to do that, I took a class on zombies, which was really fun, and it kind of got me out of my comfort zone with my curriculum. So yeah, it was a really great experience.